Right, you know what? I said I'd make a second video now while I'm up here. I don't like the way this camera is jumping, so I'll have to walk slow. Fucking chest mounts, I don't know they're any good. But anyway, we'll see what it's like. Yeah, I used to bring the kids up here years ago. Walk for miles, hours upon hours, absolutely beautiful. As long as you don't meet any big dogs. I was up here one day with one of my ex-girlfriends. Oh, I'm still kind of out of breath. I was up here one day, one of my ex-girlfriends with me, no kids, thank God. And suddenly around the bend, way down further down along there, I see these two big fucking grey things running towards me. And as they got closer and closer, I could see they were Irish wolfhounds. Run that camera, stop messing around. I could see they were Irish wolfhounds. And you don't know if they're friendly or not, so... And they're just trying to fix this. I'll get it right. After a few days, I get the hang of it. Yeah, one of them, the girlfriend hid behind me. And I pushed her in front of me, trying to hide behind her. But one of them jumped up my chest. Now, if you don't know an Irish wolfhound, check them out. They're a very, very big dog. He jumped straight up my chest, and he was probably over 6 foot tall, standing on his back legs. Almost knocked me over. And then I see the two owners running towards me. But thank God nothing happened. But this is the only thing about woodpaths in Ireland, places like this. You can come across people walking their pit bulls or their Rottweilers, and some of them can be very nasty. Anyway, I'm not here to talk about that. See, the whole idea of this Man Cave channel is to try and help others out. And of course, I'll be telling a lot of stories about what I went through over the years. And like I said about that little town down there where I come from, it's devastating, the amount of people, men that I went to school with all my life, men that I went to school with and knew all my life, sorry. They either ended up their rivers after claiming some lives. They either ended up in the river or at the end of a rope or whatever. All because of one thing. There's nobody to talk to. They might be in bad relationships, drugs, drink, alcohol, totally depressed. I tell you now, people, and men of the world, there is a way out. There is a way out. There's always a way out. And thank God. I think I should have brought my selfie stick as well, but anyway, I'm going to keep making the video. And thank God, yeah, I was never into drugs. But I did drink very heavily for 15 years, the last 15 years. And I'll tell you this in a different video, but 2022 I became homeless. It wasn't my fault. There's a nice little story to that about my second ex. I'll tell you all about that. But yeah, probably with the last 5 years, I was drinking. Where's the tree down? My God. I was drinking 7 nights a week, sorry. Every single night. No spirits. All cans of very, very strong cider. 6% cider. And the killing thing was, and people still say to me to this day, I could get up in the morning, go out and do a bit of work. And I didn't do it now with 4 months, but go out and do your day's work. The drink would not bother me one bit in the world. It would not bother me. Now, during that last 5 years since being homeless, I'm living alone now. I have my own little house. I'm absolutely over the moon. Off the drink, trying to give up the fags. But I found it hard. Because I was after raising 2 separate families. And I just found that a lot of people do. I know a lot of people at the moment, my mates, living on their own. Lovely bit of ash there. They find it hard. And some turn to drugs. And some turn to drink. But my problem was, now I wasn't in a pub, a public house, a bar, whatever you want to call it, for about 15 years. My problem was, I started drinking at home, which probably 80% of people are doing now. It's 10 times cheaper. You can enjoy your fags, your cigarettes, whatever. Then you just go into bed. But yeah, I could buy my 8 or 10 cans at 4 or 5, 6 in the day, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, whatever. I would not touch them. I would not touch those cans. They'd be sitting on the kitchen table till 10 or 11 o'clock that night. And that's when I start drinking them. Now you have 10 cans of strong cider on the table. And you click open your first can. You click open your first can at 9 or 10 o'clock. Right, you're going to get into a routine. You're going to be up till 3 or 4 in the morning. Sometimes 5. Fuck around with this chestnut. Sometimes 5. Right, this is the routine. This is the routine, people. This is the routine I got into. I would not, if you gave it to me for nothing and gave me £1,000, I would not touch a drink during the day. I'm not happy now with this chest mount. But as soon as the evening time comes and it gets dark, there's something here to tighten that up. As soon as the evening time comes and it gets dark and you start getting lonely, I was using drink. I'll be straight up about it now. I was using drink as a sleeping tablet. 10 cans of strong cider would knock you out like 2 bottles of champagne. So right, you're in this routine. You start drinking every night, 10 o'clock. You go to bed at 3 or 4. Depends how fast you drink them. I used to be a devil for going on YouTube listening to music. So the 10 cans would last me till 3 or 4 in the morning. But anyway, you're going to bed at 3 or 4. You're waking up at 1 or 2 in the day. Now this November 22 to March 23, I was actually homeless for 5 months. And a couple of mates of mine took me in. I was staying on different couches, different nights. And I found it hard. I know it's better than it on the street, but I found it hard. So I was drinking 10 cans a night of very, very strong cider. Going to bed at 3 or 4, like I said. Getting up at 1 or 2. Couple of coffees, couple of fags, cigarettes. And then you have something to eat. Half an hour. You're practically having your breakfast at 3 o'clock in the day. A half an hour after that, you can't keep your eyes open. So the alcohol wearing you, it's breaking you down. I'm not happy with this chest mount. The alcohol breaks you down. So you have your breakfast at 3 o'clock in the day, and all you want to do is go back into bed. See, when you're homeless and you're on someone's couch, it's kind of impossible. So after the first few months, thank God a mate of mine took me in, which I was seriously lucky, and he had a spare bedroom. So I was into that routine, yeah. Drinking the 10 cans, going to bed at 4 and 5 in the morning. Having me breakfast, getting up 2 or 3, having me breakfast, back into bed again. Next, before you know it, you wake up at 7 p.m. in the evening. So you're hungry again, you have another feed. And then, what do? You head to the shop for your 10 cans. And that's the routine that starts. Drink, sleep, food, drink. Just a vicious circle. And especially, I'll explain to you in another video how I became homeless. A dirty stunt that my ex pulled off. It took me 17 months going through courts to turn the whole lot around against her. And I won my, he's 10 now, I won my 10-year-old child back last July. I could have got her into serious trouble for all the lies she told, but I said no, I'm not like that. Even though she was after making me homeless. And that's what was killing me for those 5 months. When I was sleeping in other people's places. Was my kid. Because she was after getting a barn order out against me I didn't know about. See, I'm not up to date with courts and all that kind of thing. But yeah, I got to a stage where I was afraid to even walk across the main street of my own little town. Because a few times I seen my kid, he was 7 when this happened, back in November 22. And you can imagine what was in his head. See, this is what happens when couples split up viciously, violently. They'd never think about the poor kids. Now a lot of you do. So I know a lot of my mates that's after splitting up from their family and they still get along well, especially with the kids. By jeez, that was the fucking hardest 5 years of my life. I was actually going to give up on two or three occasions, let's be honest. Now, we're not here to make fucking videos to put you all in fucking tears or bore the head off you. these are any kind of introduction videos. But I will tell you a lot of stories down along the line in other videos, because I can 100% guarantee that there's some of you after going through it as well. And I want to help you, especially the men. This page is mainly for men. I have nothing against women. They can join in, read away, do whatever they want. But this is mainly for men, because I've been there. I've lost so many mates over the years that just give up. They just give up on life. That's not the way to do it, lads. There's always a little bit of help there somewhere if you look for it. I never got it. I had to train my own brain. And believe it or not, that's not as hard as you think. It can be done. Your brain is a funny thing. When it starts telling you to do things, you have to tell it to stop. So, geez, I tell you, I'm after going for a fair old walk now today. First time in 5 or 6 months. I'm just a bit pissed off with this chest mount. Seems to be all over the shop. But anyway, I'm kind of happy now, yeah, that I got up off my arse, sitting at that kitchen table, smoking fags, looking into my laptop. So I'll be doing this now every single day. I won't be filming the hill. There's 2 different ways you can go here now. I mightn't look it, but that goes down a very, very long, probably 300 feet. And it goes all the way around like a figure 8. And it comes back up this side then. It's actually a beautiful walk if you're fit. But it's only February, the evenings are coming back again. A couple of weeks ago it was dark at 4:30. It's still bright now at 5:30. So that can be another downer. I was only talking to a mate of mine last night living on his own. And that could be another downer. The long evenings, the winter. And this fella I'm on about is actually the man that took me in. That had the spare room. Now I know him for most of my life, but we wasn't the best of friends, like, we wasn't good buddies. But he was the only person in the whole town, and I know 90% of that town. He was the only person that said, fuck it, here, come on. Took me in by. But I was talking to that poor devil last night. He found his mate 2 weeks ago. The lad took me in is 65 now, 10 years older than me. And he found his mate the same age. Dead in the bed, just died in his sleep. And the same man, I'm going to turn around now and head back to it. Don't want to push it too much. The same man gave up the fags 3 or 4 years ago. And he don't drink. He didn't drink, Lord have mercy on him. Sure, look, that's the way life is, lads. There's no one knows what's around the corner. I always said it. I had a brother there myself back in 2000. I'm after losing a lot of family, but I'll just talk about my brother there for a second before I close up. Back in 2016. Never smoked in his life. Off to drink with over 10 years. Eating healthy. Big man. Working out on a farm one Monday morning. He was actually minding the farm for the family who was burying their father. They were off for the funeral. The farmers came back from the funeral and found my brother dead in the driveway. Boom. massive heart attack. So it goes to show you, lads, you have to start looking after yourself this day and age. Don't give up. And this is the first step. I'm not giving you all fucking evidence. I'm no professional. I'm not a doctor. I'm not telling you what to do. But I want to get this channel up and running. And if I can help one person in the world, that'll do me. But anything is possible. Just don't give up. And this is the first step, is to get up, get off your hole and get out of that house. Right, I won't bore you anymore. I'll talk to you on the next video, okay? Stay safe. Kenny over and out.